You are listening to Maneza F8.
Oh yeah. Welcome to FKU Africa Podcast. This is your host, Maneza F8, man. I'm coming to you in Worcester, just outside Cape Town, South Africa. This is where I am. So, yeah, man, I'm glad that we finally have to meet again. It's been a while. A week seems like too long. I've been thinking of trying to make sure that the podcast goes on at least for 2 times a week, Saturday and Tuesday or Wednesday. But that's still in the plans. I just want to see the momentum. For now, the numbers are not looking so great because you are not sharing. You see, so I do try to share on the platforms, but my friends and my close supporters, they don't seem to be spreading the word. So yeah, man, but it's cool. It's cool as long as I get to have the time and to talk to you guys. This is what I enjoy. So now it's not about the numbers. It's all about the information. The information will be there forever. You see, people will come back and catch up, even if it's not now, even if after 5 years, even if after I've died, people will still come back and catch up to this information. So what I do, I make sure that I put on solid information, solid stuff that people will learn from it. You see, it's all about now. Even if I get 2 views now, it's okay. But in the next 10 years, those 2 views might turn into 2 million or 2 billion. So no. So yeah, man, it's all about that. So if you wanna support, you can just always check out the podcast every Saturday at 3 p.m. Come in and check the podcast on YouTube. If you are on Facebook, FKU Africa Podcast page, like that page so you can get the latest episodes. If you don't like Facebook, maybe you want to listen to audio, that's great as well. Go to manezaf8.co.za and check out the FKU Africa podcast. That's where you will get the podcast at. Or you can just search FKU Africa podcast and you will see there's a lot of audio available. You can also check it out on Apple Podcast and you can also check it out on Spotify, Google Play. Uh, it's on a lot of platforms, man. But mostly, what is important is for you to check it on my website. That is where I will get something out of it. At least if you check it on my website, there's more traffic, there's more time spent on my website. That's great. But if you prefer to check it on Spotify, that's great. If you prefer to check it out on Google Play, that's also great. You know what is also great is if you prefer to check it out on Apple Podcast. That's also great. So yeah, man. So what has been happening? So my friend that I interviewed a while ago, Adon Matikiza, sent me a video yesterday, and I was like, "Yeah, man, what's going on in here?" In this video, there is a guy that is bloody. He was bloody, like uh, on the face. He was bloody, or especially on the mouth and stuff. You saw, and also around here, in the eye. So what happened is, while this video is playing, there's a guy that is telling this guy that I'm going to beat you up. I'm still going to beat you up until you pay me back my money. I want my 1.4 million that you owe me. So who is this guy that is being beaten up? I'm like, I don't know. Let me just go and check around on Twitter if there's something similar to what is going on. I saw Soli is trending. I was like, let me check. I know Soli is a Gauteng DA leader at Democratic Alliance, which is a super opposition party here in South Africa. So while I was checking this, I see this guy is trending Soli. Like, this, the video that Don sent me. And I saw the comments like, this is embarrassing and wara 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 wara. So what I've judged from there is like, the way that this thing that has happened, there must be a backdoor deal that has happened. Because the way that this guy was collecting, this is a backdoor deal. This is corruption involved that has been happening in there. So to think that we get to see such things about our own black brothers, our own people that we call leaders, it's very embarrassing. And these things are happening throughout Africa. Corruption is happening throughout Africa. So this video tells you that if someone is in politics, someone that you know that is in politics, you must not expect anything other than him being corrupted. Because even if that person came in politics that is not corrupt, but he will end up being corrupted at the end. So I was like, ish, it's sad for us as Africans.
Came in to preach you are a liar and a thief. And this is what happens to liars and thieves, Soli. You are a thief. And you're not going to turn this into a political storm for yourself in my direction. You are a thief. So you owe me money and I want it.
I owe you money.
You owe me money, you fucking thief.
I owe you money.
You owe me money.
Sorry,
Where did you get the money you paid into JD?
Okay, yeah,
corrupt
I'm not talking to him.
I want my money.
0492.
What, you think I'm dumb?
0492, yes. Yes, ma'am.
I'm trying to fine. It's okay, man.
Okay.
You can't push me and beat me around. You think I want to hit you back?
Okay.
This is what you get.
I beat you.
Where's the gun?
I beat you. Leave me.
Where's the gun?
Do you see me?
Where's the gun? Yes.
Where's the gun? Alone.
Where's the gun?
I'll teach you a lesson.
No, you're the one who's learning.
59.
You don't take money from me, son. You don't.
Yeah, Prince George Albert.
Yes.
Yes.
Sorry, where's my money?
Okay.
1.4 million rand.
Okay, thank you.
Where's my money?
You can give it to me. How far are they now? Okay, you can give me the reference number.
The police are not owned by the DA. They're for us citizens of this country.
Oh, now you want to bring politics?
The police.
Now you want to bring.
The police
yes,
are not for the DA. They're for us citizens of this country.
409. Thank you, ma'am. So you say you're sending them now?
Yeah. Right? So and I want to hit you back.
Thank you.
This is what you get to find.
So I beat you. So I beat you. No, I beat you. I beat you.
You did.
So you didn't beat me.
All these witnesses.
I stopped the gate from stopped you from opening the gate.
What happened when you opened the gate? You hit me.
Okay.
So you hit me?
That's fine.
On camera?
That's fine. Because you know what you did.
Exactly.
You know
on camera.
You, right?
No, it's on camera.
It's fine.
It's on camera.
It's fine. It's on camera.
Yes.
I like the fact that it's on camera.
It's on camera.
Yes.
In front of witnesses.
Jan has got it.
You're clever, sorry. Stop being a fucking...
We are not going anywhere. There's no way that a top leader can be shown on the videos being collected on the strip yard, on the place that he was. When he was on the strip yard, he was cornered. He was cornered, beaten up, and this guy was asking for him, "Where's your gun? Where's your gun?" He was. If you have a time, you can just go to Twitter and search for Soli, I think Mapile or something. Check for that guy. Just search for Soli because the Soli is the one that is trending. You will see the video. He's being beaten up, beaten in his face. So later on, I saw another video later on that the guy that is saying, the thing has been squashed, everything has been sorted out, there's no one owing anyone now, everything is good. But for that to happen and for us to see those kind of things happening is very immoral for the people that we call our leaders. That person doesn't belong in that position anymore. That person should be suspended and being fired because he has exposed that kind of a person who he is. Even if he was owing someone for his financial benefits, for his house or whatsoever, there's no way that you can be beaten up that way. If you owe someone, you must go proper channel. Collections are done by telephones. You cannot go. Someone cannot go to your house and go and beat you up if you owe someone in a proper way, in a legal institutions, loan institutions. There's no way. So we need to get those people out of the office, and we need to clean up. We need to clean up Africa. So yeah, when we're getting to the topic of today, the topic of today is it's like the legacy of slavery, the legacy of colonization in Africa. Now we must just look at where we are now as Africans. Because whatever is happening, good or bad, is the legacy of that slavery. This is what the colonization, apartheid, slavery ended up doing to us as Africans. What am I talking about if I'm talking about slavery? Some people will think that the slavery was happening only in America or Southern America or North America. Slavery has been happening throughout the world. Black people have been enslaved all over. Black people have been enslaved by all kinds of people. Everyone has got their own share of enslaving in us as black people. We've been through everything. We've been brutalized by all kinds of races. We've been brutalized by Japanese, Chinese, Asians. All these people have been brutalizing Africa. We've been brutalized by Arabs from the Middle East. Those were the first to come and conquer and take over and take slaves and go and mistreat them in their countries. Indians have been mistreating other black people from the north. White people are the most brutal people who can ever encounter. Those are the most dangerous people that you can encounter. We as black people have been labeled as dangerous in sort of places. If you go to the shop, talking about the Lakers that has left us. If you go into the shop doing shopping, you will see that the security, who is also probably a black person, is choosing to follow you as a black person, irregardless of what are you wearing, irregardless of how you look like, how you present yourself, how you speak, or how you act. It doesn't matter. You will be followed until you go out of the door. They are checking that you are not going to steal, you are not going to misbehave, because you are always a suspect. That's the problem. This is the legacy that the slavery and the oppression has left us. That other black people, they don't trust each other. They don't trust anything. They rather entrust whatever they are doing, what they should. They rather entrust whatever they have, the little that they have, to white establishment. But this is a problem that now, as black people, we need to address, because there are so many black-owned businesses that we are not supporting as we should be supporting. There are so many huge black products that we can buy, talking about clothes, talking about furniture, accessories, perfumes, food in agriculture sector, liquor that is being produced by black people that we should be supporting, but we chose not to. This is the legacy of slavery. This is the legacy of oppression, because oppression taught us that we are bad. Because if someone has came to you and told you that you are bad, you will never trust someone is looking like you, because you don't trust yourself. This is where the problem is. If someone is told you over and over and over again, gave you a Bible that will tell you that a white person who is Jesus is the most trusted person, is the most magnificent person, and you are not to be trusted, and you must not mix as races. And now you think that in that situation, you will heal and end up trusting yourself. You will never. This is years and years and years in making of us not believing in ourselves. That makes us not believing in everyone that is looking like us. We should start believing. We should start appreciating black-owned businesses. We should start going to eat in black-owned restaurants. I know sometimes most of those businesses, they are not up to par when it comes to standards, but either those of the white people's businesses are, some of them, they're not up to par as well, but we do go and eat and buy. We do go to shop at ShopRites, at Pick and Pay, at whatever. Some of those places are horrible. Some, they are selling old food that we keep on buying. Some of those places will sell you food that is smelling, that has been in a fridge for days. But we are not saying anything about that. Those mistakes are forgettable and are forgivable. But if you go and buy a meat to a black person and you didn't like it and you are smelling very fun, you will never go to that shop again. This is the kind of standards that we put into ourselves. We are so very hard to our own, but we don't care about what is happening to our people, to our people's businesses. And we should be worried. We should be encouraging them to do more. If you find something wrong, it's your time. Go to that person and tell him that, hey, my man, I was buying something here. I'm not happy because of such and such. There are so many people who are educated, who open businesses, who are reasonable enough to listen to you and engage with you and correct whatever that has been a problem, as white people do. But we choose not to. We choose not to. We choose to what is the word? Abandon. We choose to abandon. If everything that has to do with black people and we are not happy, we abandon it. So the legacy of slavery is very brutal to us. It's very hard to shape it. The other thing that is mostly annoying for us as Africans, but we're not seeing it, is the way that we look at each other's at each other as Africans. If someone's coming from another country, it's very suspicious. He or she will be very suspicious to you. It's not easy to trust another Africans if he or she is not coming from your own country. But the one that you trust, you think you can trust, that is in your own country, is the one that you shouldn't trust. Is the one that you shouldn't trust at all, because they are thieves at your back doors. But you're not thinking about that. You don't want to think about those thieves that are at your back door. You rather trust people who are from Europe other than trusting your fellow brothers from Africa. And some of those brothers from Africa are just as the same as brothers in your own country. They are the same, because you can get the worst of the West in your own backyard as your neighbor, as your brother, the worst of the West. As well, you can get the worst of the West from another country like in Zimbabwe, like Nigeria or whatever. You can get the worst of the West in there, as you get west of the West in your own country. It's just a matter of appreciating each other, because there's no much different to each other. There's no different at all. We are the same. It's just the borders that differentiate us, and we shouldn't be minding those borders. it's time now to abandon them and abolish the borders and break them into pieces and come together as Africans. So yeah, man, I'm not gonna be talking too much today. Got a nice and great interview coming in a few weeks. You must look up for that. I'm gonna be talking to my brother King Leopard from Liberia, probably next week. And after that, there's another huge interview that I'm not going to announce now until it's all sorted out. So I hope you enjoy the episode, and also subscribe if you have not, like and leave that comment, and make sure that I see that you are here watching. So if you are listening to Apple Podcast, make sure that you leave that review. If you are on Spotify, follow. If you are on my website, leave your contact numbers at the subscribe. You will get a pop-up, and then you subscribe. Thanks for watching. Fikiria kwa undani, ndugu. Know what to do. If you're not feeling well, take those deep breaths and to tell yourself that you are great and you will be great. Life is going to be okay.